Hello, friend. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. It's a very fine. Today's on Tuesday or Monday. Tuesday. I'm just waking up, and again, I might experience a flu. I do not really understand the reason as to why the flu keeps on like ambushing me. But it's nature. I believe it's also because of the cold weather. It's a very cold season here in the village. Like most parts of the world, I believe they are also experiencing like a lot of this season is very cold. So actually, do not be like me. Try to wear warm. You see, I never really like try to be warm to keep warm myself. So that is the reason as to why the flu keeps on coming, excuse me, again and again and again. So I believe you and yours are doing great. Welcome. My name is Ino Mark 29. So what I'll be doing is there is actually a lot of smoke coming from our kitchen here, and I'm trying to find what we could. I'm trying to find actually something. I'm trying to find something so that I can. That is how I normally begin my morning routine. I wake up, stretch my body a little. You see, when you're sleeping, your body is really like enclosed, like to yourself. So you need to stretch a little, and then you get out of the house. For those who take breakfast, I believe you take breakfast, then you come to brush your teeth. But we have people who brush their teeth and then take breakfast, and then again brush their teeth. So it really depends on how your routine. So mine is I went to brush my teeth and then I changed my socks over here. If maybe you're very keen to at least observe, you would realize that I was wearing different socks. So I went and changed. So I want to check on our little birds here from 15. We are now remaining with just 4. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're doing great. So I'm trying to fetch something. I'm trying to find something so that we can continue with our morning routine. Amazing, right? Yeah, also thank you for the 640 subscribers. We are really increasing, which is very good, very nice, isn't it? Now listen around. Birds are singing. They're very happy to be alive. Amazing. So friend, in the village we normally has actually trimming the edges. So in the village we normally call them flowers. That is a common term or a general term that the edges are given in the village. So they have grown, and it has really taken me some time. The last time I trimmed them, it was last year, from the beginning of December last year, 2025. So today I saw that they needed actually to be trimmed, and that is the exercise that I've been doing. So I've made sure that I've at least they look excuse me. So I made sure that they at least look uniform. Look at that. Yeah. So the reason as to why they're not that uniform, like there is no uniformity in this, is because there's another one over here. Is because we do not really trim them using the, what do you call it? Are they scissors or what? Like the big scissors. I do not really know the name for that, but I believe you understand, right? So that is what normally is used to trim this. So these ones here, they are not really in uniform because we trim them using a machete. The one that you saw me with earlier on. This one here, they used to be, a car used to be tied over here. So it's the reason as to it looks like very unhealthy. But the other day my mother did some planting over here, of which I believe because it's a rainy season they'll grow right here. I believe they'll grow. Yeah, looks like. Yeah. Which is amazing. So after this one's here grow, I believe next we'll plant at that place so that they can at least grow the same. So there is a ditch, a small ditch, a shallow ditch over here. When I was trimming, I almost fell into it over here. So I slid, but good luck, I never fell. So that is what we've been doing here, friend. So I actually need to bring a broom and put them together, the leaves that I trimmed, so that the place can look clean. And it looks messy all over, messy. So here as well, I've been doing some trimming here. So what I'll do is I'll try to locate there is a certain broom, not really a broom, but some sticks that are put together, and they are very good at sweeping such things like leaves. They're very nice at doing that job. So that is what I'm trying to locate. I've been seeing it somewhere around here, but I cannot really tell the exact place that I saw it. Though what I'm really sure about is I'll find it, because it has been here in the compound. It really looks in a very bad shape. I found it, but it cannot be helpful. I found these ones. I believe they can do the job. So these ones here, they were trimmed from what we call tea plantation. Yeah. So these ones here, even if they've really dried up, they are not easy to break. So that is what we will try to do. Already I can see the sky looks like very soon the rains are gonna come. So I'll try to at least work as fast as possible, because last time I told you I wanted to take you somewhere, and then it was late and I was very tired and we didn't make it to the place. So today I actually want to at least make sure that we get there and on time, right? Amazing. So friend, we actually done with that part of our exercise, and now the place looks nice. Not too clean, but I don't really like using but it's not too clean, although we did our best because it's an excuse. So we've done our best actually here. And here as well. So there were so many leaves that were on the ground, so also it's like the chicken have actually come and like spread it again all over. Wow. So they are giving me another task, second task. So after that, friend, we are going now somewhere, right? Before the rains come. So I hope you will enjoy this. I believe you will. I know you will. Right? Here we go. So friend, here we are. The normal walk in the village. The random walks. They normally say like walking is really helpful. If you sit the whole day, you can hear some music playing from a distance. Something actually went into my eye, and I'm really trying to take it out. Now this is actually the problem of maybe walking alone or even staying alone. For the people who normally stay alone, like if something goes into your eye and you're staying alone, then you'll have it very difficult, because you'll need at least someone to help you pull it out. So without someone around, and maybe unfortunately you find that you do not have what we call a mirror. You see, a mirror at times can help you, because you can open your eye and then look in the mirror and then try to bring it out, which is somehow easier. But if you do not have a mirror, especially we men, we can normally even live without mirrors, afro combs or combs. Life still goes on. I remember the first time when I rented a house. Immediately I actually rented a house before I got employed in my first, not my first though, now let me say professionally, in my first job. I rented a house somewhere before I even got the job. By then I was like volunteering, working as a volunteer, and then after a few days God came and I got the job. So like I never even finished a month. Immediately I moved to my house, my first house, somewhere in Satellite. There's an area known as Kabiria in Nairobi. Then before you get to Kabiria, there's a place known as Satellite. I used to live there. That was the first place that I rented my own crib. So the good thing is I never even stayed there for a month before I got a job offer, which was really amazing. So I used to stay alone, and then I never had what we call, now the first time that I moved out, I never had a afro comb, I never had a mirror. So imagine that, in that situation, and then you have nobody around to, at least something has gotten into your eyes and there's nobody around to help you remove it. Very tricky situation. You see, I've been seeing these men here burning things. I do not really understand what they are burning. Are they burning charcoal or what? And because I have a flu, I can actually not go there. I do not really want to come in contact with like smoke. Smoke really messes me up badly. So here we are, friend. I can see my neighbors here are cultivating, or maybe are they planting. Let's find out. Okay, dia mau di ayat tu dia tahu. Dia lisima kamu. Chikawa ninche muhumba girengeta. So they're actually planting veggies. This is very nice. So we said we were heading somewhere, and we've not yet gotten to the place that we were headed to. So I'm really want to actually hurry up, because soon it might rain. And whenever it rains here in the village, it's really hard to maneuver to go through this place. It becomes hectic, but Now that we have a break, and we are here. The sun is out, so for the people who love basking, this is the best opportunity for you to bask. And then when it begins to rain, wow. So the place that we've been bringing our cows to graze, I see somebody, the owners actually wants to plant, do some planting, so our cows will no longer come here. All right, not bad. Yeah, it's like they want to plant. Maybe, yeah, she has actually dug every part of that place. Right. So friend, we actually headed this way. So these are beans, but the good thing is these leaves are eatable, like they can be eaten. They're edible. Let me use that term. They're edible. You can like cut it from here, like these three leaves, and then these are veggies. So before they bring out the beans, when they are very young, they are edible. They are food. Yeah, so somebody in front of me, he is playing music. I love to pause the video and then we'll continue later. So friend, I told the person that was playing music to at least pause so that I can take a video of this area. You remember this place? We were here like a week plus ago. So what we were doing was we were planting. You see, it's a season for planting, and we came here to plant our maize and beans. And the good news is I can see the beans. The beans normally, it's like beans mature faster than maize, corn that is. So which is amazing. I'll first take a walk to the other far end and then I'll show you. Yeah, they've germinated, which is very nice. Yeah. So these are the things that normally like make us very happy. Like you plant something and then you see it germinate and bear food, and then you eat the food. This is the freedom that I normally talk about. Like the people living in towns or maybe cities, you do not really experience such. Like very few actually. I remember there is a time we used to live in Kisii town a few years ago, just around here. The owner of that house like give us a small portion, a plot whereby you could put your kitchen garden. So it was amazing, but it was not too big, just a small thing, very tiny, though you could plant your maybe veggies, such things. So what I've seen here, friend, is the beans and maize are really maturing, very nice. I'm very impressed. So now it's time to show you. So here they are. You see the upper line, like this line over here has beans, and then this one here has maize. So the beans have really matured faster than maize. See the maize over here? Yeah, but the good thing is they're both maturing, and there's a lot of rains, which is a major contributor to this. So this was actually the second. It was the second place that we came to plant. So what we'll do is, we've really seen the size of this house. Here it is. Yeah. Like it's out of the ground. See? And they look like maybe they're very healthy, but for now I cannot really say they look very healthy, because I'll give them a few months, not a few months actually, a month from now, and then we'll see like how they develop. So the good thing is they're out. Look at that. And also this side here, we really put a lot of fertilizer this side. So that is what I'm really like, I want to see in a month's time, like how they'll mature or how they'll develop. So the good work we did here, we've seen it. Now let's go to the other farm. Yeah, friend, that is what I normally call freedom. Your own garden, your own terms. You decide like, what am I planting this season? In the past, my mother used actually to plant wheat, but as time went by, she realized it wasn't doing that well. So she like quit. She no longer plants wheat. Now we only practice like maize farming and beans. What else? Yeah, that is the major foods that we normally put in our farms: maize and beans. Yeah, and the beans are actually, they are yellow beans, not this other type, because we also realized that the other types of beans, they normally do not do very well here. So we are no longer planting them. Again, there's music from somewhere here. Okay, there's bongo. Mwabagana. Kero mundo kwae. No jole shamba. So that is my neighbor doing some digging. So I'm asking him if he is planning to finish like plugging or preparing this land. Ndio tataka simeka? Ndio tataka simeka? Mambi. Kwa ndo maitiri liyo kwa simeka bituma. Aya. Awenda ko tige wiki. Kwere nda tobe. Amacho bano muna ko chiro gorali. Bana na babo simeka. So I'm trying to advise him. Yeah? Yeah, man. I'm trying to advise him. Sawa. That there is I actually got this idea from my father that if you want to plant, or before you plant, you first prepare your land and then give it a week so that it can like get ready. It's like preparing it for planting. You do not just prepare it immediately then you plant. You have to give it some time. Yeah, so people, I wanted to at least bring our so that is the cat that I was telling you about the other day, which my neighbor told me went away from their home and then it has never come back. So I also wanted to bring our cow to graze here. There was some good grass over there, but looks like I was late. Yeah. So I was late, and then the owner decided to dig it up and maybe prepare it. So friend, this is an African village life. Yeah, there is a small hill over here, which is really not easy to go up, but I'm almost getting to the top. Our place is on the other side, so I decided to use this place so that I can move faster. I can even hear my father talking. He's having a conversation with my mother, I believe. It's almost, what time is it? It's 11:47 a.m. in the morning, and then it's almost raining actually. But we cannot really complain about rain. The only thing that we'll do is be grateful, because there are people who really do not receive such, like no rains for a very long period of time. So we that have rains should have complain about nothing. Finally, I'm on the road, the main road, and everything is looking nice. So yesterday I had a conversation with a certain friend of mine. From which country is that? From Australia. While I was live, the friend told me I normally do live streams late at night, so I do not really give people from his country an opportunity to at least watch our live streams. So he advised me, what you'll do is begin doing your live maybe in the morning. So when we were having that conversation here in Kenya, it was what time was it? 12:09 a.m. I was live streaming, and then he told me in his country it was around 2 a.m. in the morning, so people were already asleep. That is what he told me. So he told me you at least need more subscribers, and these subscribers are going to come if you maybe change your schedule. And then I told him, because of the time difference, what I'll do is I'll maybe schedule do 2 or 3 live streams per day, so that we can at least also engage with people from people from that part of the country, Australia, I believe. So I'll do my best to find at least a good time. So his suggestion was I do it at around maybe 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. So today, before night falls, I'll do a live stream which will cover around maybe 2 hours or an hour plus. But in that live stream, we'll not like really be speaking or talking about a specific issue. It will just be a random thing, like nothing specific, just random things. Yeah, that is my. So after that, we'll maybe pick a topic which we'll be talking about. Specific topic, like we normally during our live streams, the night live streams, we normally do what we call, we talk about bizarre stories. Bizarre stories. There is a time we actually were talking about ghost stories. Yeah. At times we do involve that segment because it's also scary and weird. Like, you see, things like ghosts, we normally like used to hear them and maybe see them in movies, like movies which were based on such ideas, like they are ghosts, and or maybe when we read about them, like we assume it's fiction, they do not really exist. But according to the stories that we read the other day, ghosts are real. Yeah, I'm sure you might be doubting, but that is the truth. That is what we found out, like ghosts exist according to those stories. Maybe if you want to at least hear them hear about them, there is a live stream I made the other day. It's labeled actually Ghosts, Desire, and Weird. So you'll find those stories over there. Yeah, the village is actually very quiet, and the funny thing is the children are on midterm. You see, normally whenever schools are closed or maybe during the weekend, the village is always noisy, very loud. But I'm really surprised, like it's very quiet, yet the children are at home. Yeah. So this is my grandfather's house, like not a real grandfather, but I'm supposed to call him my grandfather. Yeah. So he's not that old. So he is my father's uncle. So your father's uncle, according to us, is supposed to be now your grandfather. That is how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Your friend, I actually wanted to know the exact time it takes someone to move from here to my place, and it has taken us around, though we never began like filming immediately coming out of the house, so it has taken me around 8 minutes, which is roughly, if I remove the time that I took like going up that small hill, it will be around 5 minutes. I believe I said this the other day. So that is the field. Yeah, it's the field that I normally say that when we were very young, we used to play there. I can see also some children playing over there, and also their cows grazing. Yeah, that is the tea buying center over there. And this over here used to be our home, but not anymore. So here we are. We only came to actually like, there's a precaution, like there's a small bird over there. So this is a precaution that you're not supposed to go in. unless you're authorized. You're the owner. It's only the owner that is supposed to at least touch it. Yeah, those are thorns. Yeah, from a distance we can see the beans are already up the ground, and also the maize. Yeah, you can see them from a distance. So they are also maturing very fast, which is a very good thing. So that is what we actually came to find out. There was a certain banana stem over here. I believe it was my father who cut it. You see, friend, the thing is, we normally, you see these bananas, we do not really plant them for only consumption. You can as well sell, and one goes for around, how much does it go for? One goes for around, let me try to remember the price. Yeah, so friend, one goes for around $6. Just a banana, $6. So it's really not that bad. $6 you can, that is around 800 Kenyan shillings. So you can at least use that money to maybe buy something. If maybe you are missing something in your household, you can actually use that money to get that thing. So that is what we came for. And now that we are done with that, I believe it's time to move to something else. No, I'm not yet ending the video. Yeah, bro, it's gonna rain soon, and this video also it's about what I normally do, for the whole day. What I normally do. So after this, we'll take a certain route, and then we'll head back home so that we can go. I'll be shooting this video for a whole day, though in segments. I cannot really capture everything. Yeah. So if you farm tea, then definitely you'll have to farm coffee. That is the thing. So that is how farmers here practice farming, like tea farmers. You plant tea, then you'll have to plant coffee. So the coffee actually brings good money. So we have a flat in the village. Amazing. Yeah, look at that. I do not really understand what they are doing, but I see them picking some things. Anyway, life in the village. There is a nice edge. So when you get to that age, be grateful. Now this is a kiosk. So this one over here, somebody like sells goods. When I speak of goods, I'm talking about the things that we normally use in our households daily. So there is a difference. That is a kiosk, and then we have another one over here. Now this is in the village. Now this is a shop. So shops are built this way, and then the other one is a kiosk. That is how we call them here in the village. I do not really know. Maybe your area has different names. So like kiosk, kibanda. So that is a shop. I also believe they have a posho mill over there. Yeah. All right. So I've really seen like people are not stopping to build nice houses. There is a house somewhere here, friend, that I've been seeing for a very long time, and I do not really know who the owner is. You see that house with the red roofs, iron sheets? Yeah, the house with the red iron sheets. I've been seeing that house for a very long time, and I've never really understood or known the owner. Yeah? So people are really building houses, great houses. In the village. So also this is not actually my village, this is a neighboring village. I think now soon, we've actually never made a video in this village. It's called Bosigisa. Bosigisa. That is the name of this village. So very soon we are actually going to do a video in there and try to see how the people there are living. Right, we've really gone to very far villages, very far distances, and we've never really gone to this. It's actually the neighboring village, but I've never done a video there. So very soon we'll go in there and do a video. Yeah. So my mother's sister is actually married close here. Like, she's not far from our home. She's the bigger sister now, and then my mother is the younger sister. So her home is somewhere ahead of me. So it's somewhere here. And I'm not really the type of person who maybe shows up anytime. I could have gone to say hello, but maybe she's not around. And I'm not really that type of person who just shows up anytime he wants. Yeah. So you can see there was some construction going on. Yeah, they've built a very nice house over here, and then they've fenced. I believe Mirito or Carito, my cousin, has subscribed to our channel. So Carito, good job. I'm not saying that Carito built that. I do not even have any idea of who built it, but I believe it belongs to the big brother known as Walter. Walter, quick recovery, bro. You'll get soon. Yeah, Walter is sick, but I believe he will recover very soon, which is what we hope for. And now there are raindrops. Yeah, I can hear them from a distance. I see them. Wow, this village is really on a different level. They look like they've really advanced more than us from a distance, so we've not yet gone deeper into that village, but soon I'll create a video, as I said earlier, and go around it. So this homestead here looks like nobody lives there anymore. I do not really understand. The last time I passed here, there were people, and then now there are no people. So also there is a very nice place here. Somebody built a road towards his place. But I do not really understand if maybe it's a one individual or maybe there are two. Because there are two, like this one has a gate over here. And then the second one, yeah, this is the first gate. I can see from a distance there is a second. And from, I believe these are two individuals, not one. So that is private property. I cannot really go there unless I have something, maybe. Or maybe unless I'm sent there. And really, like, it's not easy for us to come all the way from our place to this place. You see? Nice developments. Great. That is why I'm telling you, people here are really doing it. Yeah. I can see a very big difference between this village and our village. So, and this is just by the road. What if we go in? Amazing. So friend, I believe that after this we will be heading home straight. So this road here, over here, the road ahead of me, it actually leads to, like, there is a video of that I made the other day that we were without power or electricity. So this road here leads to that transformer. I can see there is a path over here. It actually looks like it does not exist. So I also like trying new things, but looks like if I follow it I might not get to the other side. So you see this area here, like the whole of it from where we've come from, it is surrounded by a road, like there's a road passing around it. And there are very few families living here, like 3 or 4, very few. So it's a very huge area, a very huge piece of land, and then there are very few families living there, which is actually good, because remember I told you, like, as years move by, as the land decreases here. Yeah. So now straight home. Yeah, so friend, now that we got home, yeah, we've come from outside, so I'll be actually performing a few tasks and then we call it a day. So remember, and we've reached actually a point whereby I'll not be talking, but I'll be performing a few tasks. What I'll begin with is, here in the village, you normally do what we call, we do not really have hot showers or hot tubs. So like we manually boil our water using a pot on fire without electricity, just firewood. So that is the thing that I'll begin with, so that I boil the water because the weather is really very cold and I cannot afford to, like, take a cold bath, because I also have a flu. So it will be unfair to my body. So what I'll do is I'll prepare the water, but the talking is now done, and then go shower and then wait for the night and see what happens, right? Yeah, it's around, the time is 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So stay with me as we do that.